This is a great matchup. It really is. Is in the top right, a former world champion of StarCraft 2, Oliveira, takes on a very strong right now Blue Protoss. In the bottom left, it is ShoWTimE. And he is really strong right now. He's really been impressive when we've seen him play. He played in that first PTR tournament, looked fantastic, got to the finals against Clam. Unfortunately, that was about it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun watching him there. I kind of missed him last week. Not having him in the PTR tournament last week was kind of sad, but we had enough Protoss players anyway. He dispatched a Goblin in the round of 16, so Gobbo not quite finding the God run as he did in the WardiTV PTR event the other day in the groups. But we'll hopefully see him again tomorrow in another qualifier. Just going to have the probe coming in, playing a little bit of a nibbling game on the SCV to the side here initially. Going to fire a couple of shots up. Probe is going to get drilled away. And for the moment at least, that will seemingly be that. Hey, what's up, Catalyst God? How you doing? Thank you so much for the 73-month resub. Oh, what a perfect transition to do a slight little sellout just at the start of this game. This is a WardiTV event, guys. Yes, we're back to a WardiTV tournament, which means that we cannot run these without your support. So if you are watching and enjoying today, do consider supporting the channel. Both that's liking the stream on YouTube or following here on Twitch or dropping a Prime sub on the stream, donating, sharing, etc. All of it goes a long way to helping us out and allowing us to do more and more and more. So yeah, thank you so much in advance for all the support and just for continuing to be here each and every day watching. Just a reminder to help us keep on doing what we're doing because we love doing it. We'd love to keep on doing it for you guys as well if possible. Screaming Waffles on the 15-month resub as well on the Prime. Thank you so much. You sub to the YouTube channel? Hell yeah, appreciate that as well. Love it. Yeah, YouTube's been doing great lately. Very exciting to see the numbers go up there a little bit and give us a little bit of passion on the YouTube, honestly. Been a rough year for the YouTube, rough couple of years for the YouTube, so to get it back on track a little bit really is a nice nice positive. The Marine's going to hit that hallucination, it's going to get chased away to the top. Fire Council, Gateway, Probe, Stalker, Warp Gate all coming through, a couple of Reapers and a Hellion coming out, and a Widow Mine on the way in from Oliveira as well. The few Marines just out to the front, and outside of that we have ourselves the hallucination just scouting around from ShoWTimE trying to see what's going on. Moves into the main base. Marines are going to press forward. No battery. Guardian Shield is actually very good here. The Guardian Shield helps a lot in kind of minimizing the damage taken initially. Going to finish off one Reaper. The next Reaper will go down too. A Marine and a Hellion. It's a little scary when there's a Hellion involved, right? That splash damage can go such a long way. Finish off the Marine. Now can we save these last couple of probes? We split to minimize the damage, but 3 workers go down. Nice little attack in from Oliveira. Finds some success. Yeah, ShoWTimE, like I say, was just that Hellion was a little bit problematic. Able to get some damage at the end. That splash adds up. Goes a long way. Hey, thank you, by the way, as well. The Ducks won for the 5-month resub on the Prime. Sup, bruh? What's up? How you doing? Thank you so much for the 5 months. Welcome back. Thank you for casting so many tournaments. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Could not, you know, you always do the sellouts, right? By the end of the day, the most important sellout and the most important support is getting you guys to watch. So thank you so much for watching and some kind words in the chat. Appreciate you all. Been a lot of fun casting the last month or two. Just running events, keeping StarCraft life busy, and do as much as we can. We will continue to do the same as long as we possibly can, basically. TLDR. It's not rocket science, you know. Ain't no rocket science. Engineering Bay coming up. A couple of SCVs are producing these Liberator pops as well. Another Stalker warps in. Sentry moves over. Immortal, Nexus, both producing right now. The couple Stalkers going to get back onto the map and head towards the upper right-hand side. Again, the medevac chilling out on the left as against Impact Combat Shield and +1. All of that being brought through. The couple SCVs and Marines being brought up at the same time. And yeah, the Stalkers are going to get to the front and just going to be able to sit out there and hang around a little bit. Charge building, the Immortal coming through, the Robot Bay producing for now as well. Against Impact, Combat Shield, and +1 all on the way up. Just going to see a couple more SCVs in production as well. A few Stalkers in the front. The medevac and a couple of Widow Mines going to sit on the left-hand side as well. We do get a couple of probes with the Liberator from afar, so Oliveira able to find some initial damage there. Get a few shots off. Going to siege up in the bottom. Just get itself settled. A few more moments. Final result on the bottom of the bracket, by the way, Gumiho did advance through, so he's playing against Bjorn. So that's our full round of 8 fully set in the tournament now. Gumiho, Bjorn, Shin vs. Spirit, ShoWTimE vs. Oliveira, and Hero versus Austin. Just keeping you guys up to date on where the qualifier is at. Those are all qualifying matches. The winner of each of those will be guaranteed to play the $2,500 WardiTV November event starting this Sunday with Group A. Stalkers trading, Marine Marauder taking a couple of clips as we are going to be chasing down now. These Stalkers are going to come and get pushed back. We're actually going to lose one of them. Stimpak about to finish this timing window where the Terran is really hitting its stride. Let's see what we can do. As we do have a Widow Mine drop into the main. Medevac will go down. Widow Mine will hit a Zealot. That's honestly a pretty okay cleanup. Liberator here is going to get a few shots off again, though. And we're actually just going to start taking position here. The Colossus is going to get dove on. Force fields are going to stop the Marines backing up. That's the right decision with the force fields, because it allows the Colossus to get some guaranteed damage there. Widow Mine is going to get the Sentry. Bit of a shame. Next Widow Mine hits the Colossus. That's dangerous. A tank shot as well. Battery gets the energy overcharge to give it a little bit more time to heal up here. I think this is going to be a pushback from ShoWTimE. There was just a couple of moments that went a little bit messier than it maybe needed to. I mean, Oliveira is also doing a great job of escaping on low HP. That's very important because that's a group of units that could have gone down very easily, and that would have been a big difference in the supplies. Now they get to go home and heal. Good preservation of units there. Yeah, so what went wrong for ShoWTimE? I think the couple Widow Mines, he stepped into those. Those were bad damage. The Colossus nearly dies because of it. I think there was also just, initially the harass was a little bit funky. I just think ShoWTimE, if you play that fight the second time around, I actually think he does even better than he did that time. I think he has an even better response and even better bit of control to handle the whole thing. So, yeah, I do think he comes out even better if you play it again, but it's very difficult to obviously do that. It's not quite how StarCraft works. ShoWTimE, 3 Colossus now available. He's got to be careful of Oliveira on the top, and Oliveira on the bottom too. I think he's missed this army. Fortunately, this pylon will reveal it. However, ShoWTimE's still going across the map. Oh my goodness. Oliveira doesn't realize that ShoWTimE is the one making the dive, so ShoWTimE missed Oliveira, but Oliveira doesn't realize where ShoWTimE is either. And ShoWTimE going to go to the natural here. This Marauder's maybe going to spot it. Oliveira's beginning to head home. ShoWTimE will have some time to start dealing damage. The first force field doesn't really do much for you. Stalkers will blink forward. We're going to get the bunker. Chasing up the ramp, already going after those units. Again, everything is coming back. This is going to get a little awkward for ShoWTimE because you're going to get kind of cornered in. Sentries popping them Guardian shields. The SCVs are going to pull in as well to help out. The prison was nearby. I don't think ShoWTimE's going to get his reinforcements here soon enough. Man, this was such a weird game. 15 SCVs drop, but ShoWTimE loses everything in this portion of the army. Now a few Stalkers from the bottom coming to join in as well. The Zealots are getting there too. I think ShoWTimE needs to get the hell away and build up some army. His advantage right now is the fact that he's done a bunch of economic damage. Let's keep that in place and let's get our army rebuilt up. Yeah, very weird because, like I say, Oliveira misses ShoWTimE, but then ShoWTimE doesn't really dive into the main or anything. And so Oliveira gets back home in a pretty timely manner. Very crazy couple of moments there as we will see the Zealots starting to go into the mineral line. Another force field gets dropped. A few more Stalkers warping in on the prison. Zealots will come through as the Medevacs, Marines, and Marauders still coming up. Another couple of Zealots still going down. That Widow Mine falls as well. Zealots going to charge through. The Bio Army just going to get jumped on. The Viking will go down. Medevacs going to take a few more shots as we warp in Zealots. Once again going to run those forward. ShoWTimE is just trying to win this game right here and now, but he's going to end up saying GG. That's actually kind of crazy. He had no upgrades or anything, so I think ShoWTimE feels as though he's completely all in and he must win right now, but I don't... Would it have been so bad if he backed off? Like if the game loads up, let's get going. In the in the bottom left-hand corner, taking the first game is going to be Oliveira, our red Terran. It is him in the bottom left of Eldorado. Meanwhile, in the bottom right, our blue Protoss is going to be ShoWTimE. Game 2 of this best of 3. Yeah, fun game. I really felt like ShoWTimE was going to be in trouble at first when he just went through the middle and, you know, Oliveira was on the bottom and top side and felt like he might be able to do something there. Probe moves up, SCV gets there, forcing that probe to turn back around. So just going to push that back in the other direction for a couple of moments. Turn that away. Probe and the SCV will nibble up against one another. Again, Orbital Command and Command Center building through the Cybercore Nexus on the way up as well. Just getting all of that ready to rumble at the moment. Okay, we'll begin to build. Probe gets back to the main. Few moments of calm before an inevitable storm, I think, again with these two. Two great players, playing very good StarCraft 2 recently. I've loved watching ShoWTimE lately. He's been playing some absolutely fantastic StarCraft. Been an absolute treat to watch. Dev gets over here, and that's going to be an SCV, and a Marine going down. It's not exactly a fun start. And Center will finish soon. And we can get an SCV back on it. The two devs are going to continue to be annoying, though. Yeah, we do manage to finish it as the SCV gets there, so it will take that down. Nice catch. That blink is down. Warp gate about to complete. Get this underway here as the couple of devs will continue to sit tight. Again, moving back and forth. The blink coming through. Robo facility on the way. Devs negotiating up into towards the main base there as the couple of SCVs get back to business. Another depot drops down. Orbital Command just going to relocate ever so slightly. And the tier depths are going to back away as well. So we're going to go walking back and reset a little. Again, the blink, the robo facility coming through currently. And he comes across, Adept and continue to chase. And the Raven coming through, the gateway and the Nexus continue to come about. Just going to be seeing the medevac with two Widow Mines going to start moving out as well. And then Medevac, couple Widow Mines going to head to the top right. So Medevac and the 2 mines in the upper right just for the moment. Stimpak coming through, charges on the way. You're going to be seeing Marine Tank Raven going to come out the front as well. Stilt's going to shoot, Raven's going to take some damage. Go back and forth, the Marine goes down, second Marine. Damage being dealt for the moment. Siege Tank will take a few more hits also. ShoWTimE just going to try and slow this down as the Widow Mine drop is looking to get ready to come back in. The probes get back to mining there. ShoWTimE handling this on 2 fronts pretty decently for now. Focus blink. The auto turrets go down. The Raven super low. It's not going to fall. We chase for it. We take a lot of damage on the Stalkers trying to chase. ShoWTimE maybe with a step too far forward there as Widow Mine gets 1 probe. Lifts off, backs away once more. Charge is still on the way. The Colossus building. Combat shield is going to start from Oliveira as well. Biotank moving through the front. Command center coming online. And the SCVs opening up the bottom side of the map where we saw how Oliveira played this against DNS. Looks like he's going to play the bottom side of the map here against ShoWTimE as well. But actually love to see that and see what ShoWTimE's response is to the Terran being so aggressively placed around the bottom of the map. A fun little situation that's going to build up there as +1 combat shield coming through. And Widow Mine's burrow. A couple of probes are going to get targeted. Bang, bang, and they get blown up. Losses and a Stalker stepping through. The Siege Tank is going to fire back. Tank's still firing away. The Immortal's going to step forward. A couple of units are going to take some Widow Mine shots as well. Tank's still firing back the other direction. ShoWTimE steps away for a moment. Going to re-engage into the front. Siege Tank goes down. The next Siege Tank is going to get picked off as well, so that will also fall. Good cleanup by ShoWTimE. He's going to push the army of Oliveira out of here. Maintain a worker lead and be on his 3 bases. Looking very good. Well, Medevacs retreat back down to the bottom left. So Oliveira just taking home whatever he can on the back of that. Medevacs will have reinforcements joining them. Looks like Oliveira is not done with attacking. ShoWTimE takes the forward base here. So interestingly, he takes the forward base now rather than going to the top corner at first. I think this base is kind of nice to defend. This base, you got to go right up here sometimes, and that's really far away from your main. It's not going to matter right now as the base gets cancelled. Oliveira trying to jump on the Colossus. What a force field helps to keep those Colossus safe. The Widow Mine just going to burrow up. A few more Marines still gathering. +1, Colossus, pylons all coming through. Ghost Academy will build on the side of Oliveira, so he's going to get his tech continued into that ghost stage of the game. And we'll sit back and let this develop for a little bit. Marines go down again, +1 attack and +1 armor are building up as well, so we continue through with that. Bio coming over for now. Battery just to do a little bit of healing up there. Again, Ghost and Viking still producing. The army of Oliveira gathers once more. You see the Zealots are going to come through and a couple of those SCVs begin to go down. SCVs is going to get chased a little bit. There's going to be a cleanup. More ghosts are coming about. The Vikings are building. And we are going to get rid of a Widow Mine in the front there as well. Just going to take that out. A couple hallucinations are going to go moving forward. Oliveira already getting that gold base ready. We'll see if he takes the 5th on the bottom side as well.
Engaging the enemy.
Prism gets across and into the main base. Just going to see the rest of the bio coming over as well. To the bottom right side. Prism going to recall after just getting the Zealots in the main base. We'll see how much trouble they can cause in the top right. Widowmine drop is looking to be honestly pretty well handled. Oliveira not going to get forward with the main portion of that force. He will get both those Widowmines there. The Zealots are still active in the main. Going to keep a few of the reinforcements back for a while. Going to run to the corner and just keep things busy for as long as possible. Main army's not going to commit just yet. Now the +2 attack finishes. That's going to give you an upgrade advantage here in ShoWTimE. So that's actually a big deal. Maybe the upgrades can help ShoWTimE a bit. Also on his way to those disruptors. A lot of tools to help him in this scenario. As the bio comes through, a couple more shots being fired. 3-2 upgrades on the way. The disruptor still producing also. Rest of this army from ShoWTimE still gathering in the front. There's the gold base from Oliveira on the bottom. It's funny just seeing him kind of try this again. Obviously we saw it against DNS, it worked. Now he's going to use it against ShoWTimE. Can ShoWTimE be good enough to stop this from working? The bio will step away, the disruptor shot will fire through. Not going to find anything yet. A little bit too much of a warning shot. As ShoWTimE with an interesting army split. Needs to be super careful. Eats a massive anti-armor missile. Uh-oh. Well, I think his Faith base is going to be in some trouble. We are going to see the Vikings landing here. ShoWTimE's going to bring the rest of his army back to try and start fighting this from the top side. Because obviously this comes in so late compared to the rest of the army that's already kind of been obliterated. ShoWTimE's supply is going to plummet here. He's going to lose those Colossus as well. And as we are going to see, yeah, Oliveira maybe is not going to have a ton of units left over after that, but I'd say this was pretty much good enough as he does trade very well. I was going to say, maybe he could target fire the disruptor so down. Actually, Oliveira loses a lot in the end. I think he maybe should have backed away. Maybe he kited towards the Colossus, killed them as he kites, and then just leaves. He wouldn't have lost the last bit of last few units. The last kind of 10 seconds or so, he didn't kill anything and was just losing his units, right? So in the end, ShoWTimE actually recovers from that engagement. That was a pretty ridiculous fight. Still a step forward. 2-2 about to finish from Oliveira. That last fight was down on upgrades, which is potentially impactful as well when you consider that, you know, some of the time there he was just stood fighting for maybe longer than expected. What a wild time, because I really did not think that was going to go well for ShoWTimE at all. He's going to get rid of this base. That does not have a chance to get going, so that falls. I'm going to knock this tower down. These Widowmines didn't get the memo that the tower was going down, so they will get stuck on the wrong side and killed. Oh, sure, look at ShoWTimE just bounced back. This really was looking so bad for ShoWTimE, no? That fight started off so badly for him, but good upgrades. The units obviously coming back from the top help a lot. And ShoWTimE recovers on the other side of this extremely well. Now getting rid of so many SCVs for a complete bounce back in this game number 2. Looking to take us to a game 3 of this series. We'll knock down those rocks for the middle of the map at the moment. We're going to lock ourselves into the bottom of the map apparently, but that's going to be Zealots heading through the top. Oliveira still trying to play the defense on that natural ramp. A couple of SCVs get laser beamed. Marauders trying to step through. The Libs, Marines, and Marauders coming about. On the left side, the few Zealots are going to try and break up as well. The Zealots are going to wrap around the Marauders. On moving in. 5 more Zealots warping, and Oliveira knows he does not have enough to hold off this attack. GG's, and we get to go to the top right corner of Amygdala as we have the red Terran play. It felt as though he was about to find the 2-0 in that last match, but did not get there in the end. It is Oliveira in the top right, our red Terran, taking on the blue Protoss. In the bottom left, we have ShoWTimE. in this best of 3 game 3. Game 3, let's go. The one probe from ShoWTimE is going to come across and give him some early scouting information, so he's going to come across the map and try and see what's going on. If there's any info he can gather usefully here in the first few minutes. Forward command will begin to morph in. The Reaper in production. Again, Cybercore coming through on the side of ShoWTimE. The Nexus now building on the natural of ShoWTimE as well, so we get that Nexus started up. The probe continues to move about. Getting settled here for a few moments. Probe shoots, SCV takes some damage. Reaper gonna get there. Probe taking damage as well. Actually about to be done. The reactor building on the barracks, so just gonna have the Reaper coming around the top side. Running away for the moment. Just gonna go over. Reaper getting chased. Stargate building, reactor completing. And the starboard coming up, you have the Nexus building onto the natural. So Nexus gets onto the natural here. Reaper going to move about. Adept going to continue over, and that Reaper cannot get up. Wow, what a wall off that is. Does that just completely block that position? That's wild. Wow. Huh. That's crazy. What a wall off that is. What a great find. I don't think I've seen that before. It returns back around, the medevac and the Marines coming back through. It comes about, it's going to be seeing the Adept coming in. A couple Marines and a siege tank coming over for now. Continues to move over, and again, siege tank Marines are building. Liberator as well, potentially very aggressive. Marine tank lib push would be a big deal. Just going to come through. Phoenix robo facility coming up. A couple more probes on the way as well. Going to be seeing the robo coming about. Again, lip in the tank. A couple Marines on the way. The Bioforce is going to come down to the bottom. So here we go with this push and see what can happen. Phoenix finishing, Observer coming through. Adapter's going to fly one shot off on the Reaper already, so Reaper taking a couple of hits. Now going to get to the corner here, Cybercore taking some damage. Marines are going to hit the Phoenix. Tank siege, and we're just going to go straight onto that Cybercore. Liberator sieging up right there as well. There's our Cyber Core going down, so the Cyber Core will fall. There's the Bio coming across first. Widow Mine goes down, second mine as well. Got the Libs continue to set up. Marines, Widow Mine, Reaper stepping through. Another Siege Tank coming to the front as well. The Adepts are going to try and get involved here also. Pylon taking shots. The Marines fighting back. Phoenix taking damage as well. Marines continue to get active. A couple more Vikings in the front as the Marines will step forward once again. Phoenix really do keep on taking a bit of a beating right now. The Marines get forward one more time as the tanks are going to fire up onto the Zealot Adept. And the position in the siege here may just be a little bit too much. Pylon goes down. Colossus is now being halted in production. Breaking out of this is getting tougher and tougher, it feels like. Phoenix will come around the back, lift a tank. Decides just to shoot the Liberator instead. Probably the better choice. Doesn't get the medevac. Vikings we want to be scared of, and rightfully so, as we try to get this Colossus out. One of the batteries goes down. There's two batteries full of energy topside. They're just not near anything to actually heal up. If ShoWTimE pops the Colossus and engages with the Phoenix in that moment, I think this could be good. He's going to get the Liberator as well, so the Phoenix doing that roll. That one Widow Mine could be a frustration for the Phoenix. Going to actually use this Widow Mine to go in. I'm going to lift up the Widow Mine, the tanks now as well. A couple Vikings in the sky. I think this is going to be ShoWTimE breaking out eventually. Took a little while, but here we are. Everything is going to drop. But actually, talk about dropping. We're dropping these tanks back down. They get a few more shots up as well. Phoenix are going to be there. It's a complete hold from ShoWTimE. What a defense that is made right there. That tank should just drop down. It will die instantly. Wow. What a hold from ShoWTimE. Patience. Waiting. Buying time, using the Phoenix as he could, and eventually gets the engagement to break out of his natural. Takes the third base immediately. And ShoWTimE, 42 to 19 army supply. He's not pushing with the main. He actually might be pushing with the main army. He's starting to move forward now, but it's going to be tough to really push into the front with, you know, a bunker and a wall off. But you keep the Terran on only 2 bases for a while. That's a bonus. That's definitely a win. A wild time is again that extended thermal lance comes up. Colossus on the way, couple probes forged, and Nexus all coming through as well. You see the Phoenix still moving about in the center, and a few Zealots on the top. Also trying to decide where their next play may be. 7 combat shield, 2 more Vikings, and a few Marines all popping out here currently. You know, the Adepts are gonna move about a little bit on or near the rocks. Top side, Vikings come through. A Phoenix goes down. You get the third in position then, so Oliveira will start to play a bit of recovery. ShoWTimE could do with a few more probes. Obviously his third delayed, just now completing, so time to get that saturated immediately. Prayers continue from Oliveira, the 1-1, the stim, the combat shield, all of that coming through currently. If he can get to those upgrades, obviously his game becomes better, and he will get to those upgrades. Like I say, ShoWTimE, the big downfall for him is that third base of his was just a little bit late here. And now his upgrades are going to trail a little bit too, so there's actually going to be a fairly playable scenario, I guess, from Oliveira. It's going to look a lot better than we maybe initially thought it would. We're just going to get there as we hit through. Pylon goes down. The Vikings, the tanks move about. The Phoenix are going to step forward onto the map as well as the +1 charge coming about. The medevac going to take a couple of shots. The Marines will be there to push the Phoenix back into the center. Kind of rough for ShoWTimE, losing those Phoenix fairly freely. It's not exactly ideal. There's now Bio and tanks move around to the south. It's a big push around the bottom. Again, Disruptor +2 attack. Nexus, probes, batteries, all coming up here. We will scan in toward this location. It feels like after the defense, ShoWTimE kind of fizzled. I mean, like I say, there's a couple things he was behind in, and I actually think he maybe could have been better if he'd just gone immediately across the map. Let's see what happens here as he lifts the tanks up to try and allow the engagement. Just lose one of the Colossus right in the back there. Felt as though he maybe had done enough to kind of save that. He's actually going to hold this off, isn't he? He's going to get through. The problem for Oliveira is his army's pretty low tech in terms of he just hasn't had really the tools to fight Colossus. That tank finally goes down. He did kill another Colossus there. It was sad because they was trying to pull away, and I don't think that tank was really meant to fire on it, but Oliveira found the shot, and the Colossus fell. Most importantly, though, ShoWTimE is going to hold on. He is going to defend on this position. He is going to be looking okay for now. So yeah, ShoWTimE defends again. I guess, again, Oliveira, his supply really was, like I say, on the lower tier of things. Just wasn't quite set up to really deal with Colossus, so 3 of them whacking away is definitely going to find efficiency. So that's definitely a big part of what went down over those last few moments. Drop going to get denied immediately as we do have to the top side of 4th base. Coming online on that 12 o'clock position. A couple of medevacs are going to move through again. Warp Prism in the top left. Continue to come over. We warp in a group of additional Zealots now. Around the right side. Just going to get a Zealot as we go. And the tower sets up in the middle. We will see the blink coming through. +3 attack, +1 armor. Prism speed coming online. And again, the blink is about to finish out. Dark Shrine coming up as well. So getting that Dark Shrine in production as the bio will step in and the pylon will drop. Hits a few Zealots, we come back over. Disruption shot is good to take the Widow Mine out. That will fall. Island in the middle of the map will take some damage as well. As Zealot comes through, the Marine gets picked off. And again, the TT upgrades from Oliveira continue to come by. As that +1 ship weapons will be finishing up very soon now. A bit of bio steps up. Nexus already taking some hits here. We will have the Vikings overhead. Guardian Shield pops, and we do take a big step forward. Across the army coming through, bio stepping forward as well. ShoWTimE has to take a second as his supply is actually pretty low. Needs to be very careful. And as you have Oliveira kind of stimming in with the low HP army, hits the triple ghost on the disruptor there. Good first disruptor. Can we continue? Those Vikings landed will now melt. And that's an issue because you just gave up your Vikings. There's Colossus available again, even if just the one. You don't really have a good way to deal with that right now. Disruptors continue to hit. Marauders and Marines falling alike. ShoWTimE is once again, I think, going to get the defense to push this back. Turns around, finishes off that siege tank. Has a good disruptor count at the end of this. Is actually building more disruptors again. Maybe would have liked to see another Colossus in production in this moment, but not going to be the case. Yeah, I think a Colossus would have been nice considering the fact we just wiped out the Vikings especially. Get up to like 2 or 3 of those again. The Templars morph into an Archon. We're not playing Storm, so this is still just Colossus Disruptor in terms of splash, so hence mostly Disruptor with 1 Colossus only in the army. Okay, we'll establish a 5th base. ShoWTimE was trying to do the same, but we'll have to cancel. Would it be really rough for him to take the gold? Factor points out into the middle of the map is really bad for you. Oliveira scans it to check, obviously now knowing his opponent's going to be down at bases. Big positive for him. This time he's going to show up. That's probably a cancel again, but this time the Forest army is nearby to at least contest the opposing army. Doesn't have enough straight away though. Going to continue to chase away. 3 upgrades going through. Marauders coming up. Units from the top side trying to get back over here. We'll knock down the pylon. Another few Zealots starting to slip forward as well. Widow Mine shot lands on a few of those Zealots. Another Widow Mine setting up, blowing up the Zealots. Damage continues to be done. doesn't look as though ShoWTimE's going to have enough in the end, is it? Disruptors are trying to do their work, but it's not going to be too great. The nuke is going to launch into the sky, so it's going to be on its way. Where is the ghost? Wait, where is the ghost? Am I blind? Oh, it's right there. It's behind the tower. ShoWTimE knew where the nuke was, so he backs away anyways, but I thought he was just going to kill the ghost, so it was going to be all simple and stuff, but not quite the case. Either way, nuke lands. I guess it kills the assimilator. He was right there. Oliveira doing a lot right in that moment, and it looks as though he might have wrestled this game into his favor. Trying to get the prism. We stop, we warp in. It's going to see the few zealots and stalkers going to hit the rocks on the gold. 3-3 done from Oliveira. ShoWTimE missing a final armor upgrade on his army. Look at the production tab. All Oliveira in production. ShoWTimE, what are we doing? Not much. Oliveira's set up for the future with another nuke, but most importantly, advanced ballistics and +2 ship weapons. ShoWTimE has nothing of that sort on the way for himself. Back across, Bio gonna load up into the medevac. Another disruptor shot flies but does not land. Triple medevac drop coming through the bottom side, aiming for the main base, or even just behind this third. This works as well. Take your pick. Just gonna go into the main. I don't hate that. On top of some production, forces the pros to pull a long way to kind of deal with this. ShoWTimE now gonna try and take the gold, but this is where Oliveira owned in the middle of the map. That's why I was questioning, is that gold something you can take? The Colossus dies trying to walk up the ledge. Unfortunately, this is very, very bad here on the side of ShoWTimE. Just continues to be a struggle. He's going to try and fight over here. Disruptors did not fire their shots until very late. Finally gets a few off, but only after he lost some disruptors as well. The Bio army still being cleaned up at the moment. But damage is done. Probes are going down. ShoWTimE knows he does not have enough. Oliveira will wrestle the 2-1 victory out of ShoWTimE in this season.